Good afternoon, and welcome to the 10 Commandments of Leadership. Let's face it, you and I are rightfully outraged by this Jeffrey Epstein scandal, outraged and sickened by the crimes, the cover-up, and the political hypocrisy. Both sides of the political aisle see through this thinly veiled attempt to hush it all away. It's sickening. But as sickening as the abuse is itself, I am most disturbed by the question that no one seems to be asking. Where were the parents? These young daughters, mid to late teens at the time, were not simply swept into the orbit of the rich and the famous without somebody's permission. Where was the parental vigilance? Where was the oversight? And where were the protective guardrails? For me, I call ours 360-degree love. And here's what I mean. As the father of a former teenage daughter, I can't even imagine such parental neglect. For example, when her mother and I allowed our daughter to start working in her early teens, we did three things. Her mother first consulted her peers and their parents. And then number two, we researched job and employment options. And only then, number three, did we introduce her to a vetted prospective employer. But it didn't stop there. Then, as her parents, we downloaded the Life 360 tracking amp on all three of our cell phones. Not to control our daughter, but to care for her. We kept this tracking app active until the day we dropped her off at her college freshman residence hall. Yes. We prayed in a family circle with her. And then, number three, each of us kissed her goodbye. If everyday parents like us could provide such boundaries and accountability, why then couldn't the parents of wealth and influence do the same? Unless, of course, they were blinded by the glitter of the lifestyles of the rich and famous. Folks, leadership isn't just for presidents or CEOs. Leadership begins at home. When parents fail to lead, when we abdicate that sacred duty, the powerful then prey on the vulnerable. Let's keep first things first. The Bible's Ephesians chapter 6, verse 4 instructs us, parents, fathers, do not provoke your children to anger, but bring them up in the discipline and instruction of the Lord. It's time we not only hold predators accountable, but also first ask hard questions of the parents who fail to protect their children. Earlier this week, we were also shocked and saddened by a young man, a child, who was shot in the back in what was called, the game was called, I think it was called Ding Dong what? The Ding Dong Glitch or Ding Dong something. These young kids were roaming neighborhoods, ringing doorbells and running away. household, hearing that, came to the door with a shotgun and shot the runaways, shot one of the young people in the back and killed him. What were those kids doing out? Unsupervised? Probably at night? I don't want to go old school on you, but I guess I do. I and probably many of you grew up in the era of when the street lights come on, you better be in the house. Where are the protective guardrails? Where are the parental guidances? Let's not lose it. I hope that this Epstein scandal and this ding-dong game that these kids were playing will serve as a wake-up call to all of us as parents and as children. Ask questions. There used to be a commercial, I remember when I was younger. It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your children are? Well, we need to amend that to now say it's 10 o'clock or 7 o'clock. Do you know where the parents are? Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. You've been experiencing the 10 Commandments of Leadership. We have 2 primary objectives in this daily weekday podcast. Number 1, we are here to educate, equip, and empower emerging leaders with God-thought leadership. And secondarily, we're here to present current events and newsmakers in the light of best practices from the Bible. If anything that I've said to you has been encouraging, inspiring, informative, inspirational, then please share it with a friend, as well as like, share, and subscribe to it. Thank you, and I'll see you next week for the 10 Commandments of Leadership. I'm your host, Tim Alston. I am a leadership strategist. I am a 4-time Amazon best-selling author, praise God. And I'm also a recovering egoholic, praise God even more. Thank you. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.